So, your book is done. Congratulations. Now we need to shift our gaze from the creative side of being an author to the business side. What should you start to do now? Well, here's the basic idea. So how do you transform your story into a New York Times bestseller? Unless you're self-publishing, which has its own advantages and disadvantages, you will need someone to publish your book for you. They're cleverly called publishers, and they belong to several publishing houses, and there's a lot of them out there. But among these publishers, there are 5 big ones cleverly called the Big Five. Simon & Schuster, Macmillan, HarperCollins, Penguin Random House, and Hachette. These are the largest houses and collectively own around 40% of the publishing market share. All of the smaller houses compete with each other, but no one comes close to the Big Five. So, how do you join one of the big houses? Obviously, that's where all the money is. Well, you can, 1, already be a very successful author, or 2, be very lucky. If this is your first time publishing, you are what we call a first-time author. What's important is your name. Do readers know and recognize your name? Or are you totally new? If a large house does not recognize your name, odds are you will not get in right away. Alright then, how do we join a smaller house? First thing you need to realize is the publishing houses see you as an author and nothing more. So when you say, my book is the best thing ever written, they don't really consider that a legitimate claim. So what you need is someone to represent you. Someone who knows the business, knows the deals, knows the people, and can act as a middleman between you and the houses. This wonderful person is called an agent, and like in Hollywood, they represent you and do all the work you should never have to do. So, how do we find an agent? Agents can be found online. Just search literary agents and begin your hunt. They want to work for you. That's how they make their money. Agents work on commission, usually around 15% of your royalties. So it's in their best interest to make your book as successful as possible. They quickly become your best friend. The better your book does, the more you both make. It's a win-win. Do you need an agent? Yes. Well, yes. Some people have gone at it alone and were able to work out a deal with publishing houses. But that's a lot harder. Having someone working with you who is a master of the business makes life a lot easier for you. So, you found the perfect agent online. What do? Just like applying for a job, you need to send a resume. But with books, it's a bit different. What you need is to send a query letter, asking them to represent you. This may be the most important thing you ever have to write. Maybe even more important than your book itself. Because no matter how good your book is, if your query letter sucks, you're getting brushed aside for someone else. Agents are looking for people to represent. That's how they make money. But there's a lot more authors out there than agents. They can only handle so many people at a time. So they try to find the best or easiest projects and throw away the ones they don't like. They filter their authors through query letters so they can understand both the author and the story. Odds are you will have to send many query letters to many agents until, hopefully, one of them likes you enough to follow up and contact you, asking to make a deal. Then they will ask you for your manuscript, a fancy way of asking for your unpublished book. A manuscript, like a query letter, must be formatted very specifically to earn their favor. If you mail them a notebook with your story scribbled into it, they will call you back and say, never mind, it's not you, it's me. So, once you convert your story into a fully edited, grammar-free, near-perfect manuscript, find an agent and tailor your query letter to her. If they like your letter, they will ask to read your manuscript. If they like your manuscript, they will make an offer to represent you for a slice of the pie. The agent then goes to the publishing houses and tries to convince them to take your book. If she is successful, the publishing houses take your manuscript and offers your agent and you a deal. After everything is agreed on, they edit your manuscript into something that looks like an actual book. Then they make a cover, style, and market the product. Once they work their magic on the book, it will be sold in stores and you get to manage your signing tours and movie deals. That's the quick rundown of the publishing process. We're going to get into much more specific parts of this later in future episodes. So that's it for today, and as always, writing belongs to everyone. See you next time.